now this is podcasting.
I'm your host, Macsrebo.
And I am your mother,
Jennifer, a.k.a.
Macsrebo's mom.
Now today, we're going to talk about Scum Con. And it was my first and definitely not my last. It's just like Star Wars Celebration, but even better. It's every year, and it's in Texas, which is so hot that I'm craving for their AC.
Talk about hot. Ooh, that whole weekend was, I'm still recovering.
It was on fire.
It was on fire, right? Mackenzie, you, I can't even come with the words to describe just, I guess.
It was heaven for me.
I think you just took the words out of my mouth. It was heaven. And those who didn't know who you were, I mean, they then got a taste of how passionate you are about this fandom. And we knew, talking to the creators, right, of this, the founders of Rebel Scum Con, Kentucky and Bobby, and actually getting a chance to meet Dante.
Yeah.
That all the wonderful people that helped put this together, because this is for the fans,
by the fans,
right? You know, and you can definitely tell the difference between those corporate conventions and ones that are run by the fans for the fans. I still, I'm almost, I can't believe I have my voice. That's what I'm surprised.
Yeah, they had 2 after parties, which were my favorite after parties.
We had we barely could even make it past a certain point of the convention floor.
I was just looking at everything.
It's a special,
it was immersive.
It definitely is. It's a special convention for sure. And we're going to break down our experience, why if you did not get to go, you need to put it on your calendar. So as soon as they release those dates, make sure you mark your calendar, because it is the place to be.
And you have to go every year.
Yes. Well, I know that was after day 1, you were like, we're coming back, right? I mean, so it was very interesting because we've never been at a convention where it was held at a hotel, right?
It was like a part of a hotel, so all like the guests and all the stars that were staying there,
they stayed on site.
Staying on.
And that brings us to, getting to Rebel Scum Con. This was so special. It was your first flight, right?
Yes, it was. And
they want to talk just about just getting there. I mean, this is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they allowed me to go in the cockpit.
Yeah, shout out to Delta. We're not sponsored by them, but they truly made this kid feel very special for her first time taking flight.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, you were saying.
They pulled me into the cockpit. The co-pilot was like teaching me everything, showing everything.
The controls.
And then
actually let you take control.
Yeah. Like Punch It Chewy. That was lever.
Punch It Chewy. The lever?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You went, thank goodness you weren't jumping into hyperspace, right? It was a smooth ride.
Yeah, and the pilot gave me a card of the plane.
Oh, like a trading card. That's right.
A trading card.
Started off with collecting cards on our very first day, and the convention didn't even start.
Yeah, and then one of the flight attendants gave me the Delta symbol with some wings on the sides.
Mackenzie earned her wings, just like Hera.
It was a smooth flight, and after I gave the flight attendant, the pilot, and the co-pilot my Harrison Dula card, which is my Star Wars pilot.
Your Galactic Academy card. That was amazing. They appreciated that too. And you said why you were even taking your first flight. So that connection there was awesome. And we got to tour Dallas that first day. You got your cowgirl hat.
Cowgirl hat. And one of my friends said it looked like Dave Filoni's hat.
Ooh, yes.
Because he did start off with a brown hat, and then the Mandalorian, Brendan Wayne, gave him the famous black cowboy hat.
Oh yes, so that's pretty neat. You're channeling your inner Dave Filoni.
Yes.
And then when we got to our hotel. We were able to check in early, so that was so convenient. And at first, we were just going to drop off our luggage so we could tour Dallas, as we had mentioned. But you were able to then, get into our room, get settled, tour, and then I was so tired from it was because it was hot, right? And that drains you. And I think you were just on an adrenaline rush, expecting everything. So to be an exciting moment for you, I passed out. I think I planked on the bed, right? And then, I needed to get a second wind so that we could pick up our badges, which was very convenient. So
this is my badge. It's been fanified.
Fanified.
I say that because during the Comic Con, we were standing by the booth, and I recognized this picture, and I got it signed by the actual artist.
Yeah, look at that. Fanified. I love it.
Fanified because then a fan gave me this 3D printed fulcrum symbol.
Right, that was actually another artist.
Yeah, and then some of my
friends
gave me the Sabine and Hera, and then a stranger gave me Zeb.
Wow.
And then I have
Cad Bane
Bane.
We were actually able to purchase.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, and there's this artist for this year. It's like a pin hunt, and so like almost every vendor is going to sell a pin, and so they're all like
Joshua Phillips was the one who was sponsoring, and then it was pretty neat because they did have an opportunity to go to various vendors if they were interested in participating, and then you could purchase
a pin
from there. There was also mystery pins.
Yes.
I mean, that's something that's mind blowing. That
because it takes you, like it's telling you to go all around the Comic-Con,
right? Like the convention floor and meet different people,
and they're all like Stormtrooper helmets.
I really wish there was more time, and you knew going in that we weren't going to be able to accomplish a fraction of what was going on at the event. And in fact, I couldn't even leave because I was like so admired and all the artwork and everything. All the artwork, then talking and chatting with people. I mean, speaking of just going, you were saying how admiring the artwork, you got to meet so many different creators and artists that we've only been able to chat with online. But getting back, I know like our minds are just still like, we're like squirrel, there's just so much that was going on, and the excitement, we're just taking us back to how the celebrities were on site. We saw them even checking in, and that was just, you were like, oh, they're in the wild. And that was amazing to see. And I was really quite proud of you, Mackenzie, because, we didn't have to remind you of the personal space because you saw that the Mall Shadow Lord cast were going to be checking in. And even though you have a personal relationship with some of the actors, you knew you wanted to give them time and space to get settled and do what they needed to do. So Mom and Dad were quite proud of you. Thank you. Yes. And applause for me. Oh, well, Dad's not on cue, so that's okay. We'll hear it in our heads. But there we go. Yes. But, proud is an understatement, actually, when we think about the entirety of the event and how you conducted yourself, and just really got a chance to meet people and connect with others who don't really know. Many people think they see parents and that they're the ones who are perhaps pushing this but you're and then for those of you who were there, she pushes Mom and Dad, that she's the one, like we've got an agenda and we need to accomplish that, and that there was a lot on our checklist to do. Day one, I mean, we wanted to just get a quick scan of the convention floor, and then we get sidetracked because we are now seeing people that we are excited to meet again in person. And Mackenzie's chatting away, and people are admiring, they're looking, and you actually had your hair down. Yes. Because I was going to get my hair done,
by Maria, and she does all the hair for the movies, for the Star Wars
on
movies.
set, right? For the shows
The
on
shows.
Disney Plus, Ahsoka series, Book of Boba Fett,
Mhm.
right? Mandalorian, I believe,
Yes.
or countless others. I mean, that was unbelievable. That's not common at a convention, that you can meet and get your hair styled by the hairstylist.
It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
It's reminding me of the song. It's unbelievable.
Whoa! You were just like a kid in a candy shop, but instead for Mackenzie, it's a kid in a Star Wars convention sitting down, and you were going with what hairstyle? You were cosplaying as
Leia in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yes, and I think it's safe to say that you felt like a princess.
I did.
Right? Getting your
royalty.
You were royalty, and your hair was I just couldn't.
For 2 days.
I mean, yes, and that was key for us. And getting that, you were even able to chat and ask some questions while you were getting your hair styled. And
it was a 2-in-1. It was very special. Oh, yes.
A 2-in-1, yes.
Actually, probably 3-in-1, because we got this hair extension.
I know. I just wanted to get that for you.
Yes.
You want to take that out?
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, let me just show.
So
awesome.
I want to do a girl version of a Jedi Temple Guard.
But this is,
Yes,
I love it. This is Maria's, as you can see, I think she came up with the Fennec Shand hairstyle. That's so creative. I needed a droid like that to do Mackenzie's hair. I asked Maria if she could go on tour with us so that your hair will be styled in fashion. I mean, this.
So this is the hair extension that I got from my Jedi Temple Guard,
or any kind of,
or like any kind of Jedi.
I mean, and what's so neat, it has this.
So it's like a clip. So you put your hair in a ponytail, and you put this right behind the hair tie, and then there's like kind of like a brush with like these spikes, and that helps like stick to your.
And she was even saying how you can,
like,
if you didn't want to do it, you can like a mohawk. I mean, I think that would be really neat too. So they're so versatile. There were so many different styles that you could choose from. A gentleman was getting a clip of a Padawan braid. I mean, again, this is not your typical convention type of experience to get your hair styled. And I was in awe. I was completely in awe. So this is definitely something that separates Rebel Scum Con.
Yes.
From any other. And once your hair was styled and everyone was admiring you, they knew little young Leia here was prancing around.
Were confusing young Leia with Endor Leia
because of the green poncho,
but they
is
had
different. Camouflage would have been camouflage. Is the style from the original trilogy, but no, you were from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and
after that, we were actually seeing a lot of creators, Star Wars creators that I always wanted to see.
Who was one on your list that you spotted right away? I mean, it wasn't hard.
Who were the 2 on my list?
Well, there was definitely there was so many, but there was like a top, there were some top people that were like a must, and you needed to hunt them down. So Mackenzie had her tracker on, and you spotted this gentleman. He was quite tall. He was tall, very tall, hard to miss. So who was that?
Vader's order,
and his wife Padme's order. Right? We're just walking the floor, and you spotted them, and we stopped to chat a bit, and I asked if we could snap a photo, and as soon as I had my camera ready, there was a little surprise guest.
Yes, and
you had no idea. In fact, you said, I thought it was Tristan, right? Yeah. I believe is his name. You thought it was his arm on your shoulder, but no, it was no other than Brendan Wayne.
The Mandalorian.
This is the way. That was.
Or actually, this is the Wayne.
That's how This is the Wayne. This is how the convention was starting for Mackenzie's. So again, can you imagine? This is only the start of day one, and this is how we're on a roll here. And then we, again, as we're walking, we spot Hannah who goes by Rayside, right? And she had made a trek all the way from the land down under, mate.
Australia.
Yeah, so I mean, so again, this is how important this convention is, that if somebody is going to come from across the world here to make it to Rebel Scum Con, it's big. It's a big deal. A big deal. It's a big deal. Number one for Star Wars fans. And then, of course, a wonderful favorite of ours,
who
special
also
thanks
was on the podcast.
Yes. We ran into Spencer from the Virtual Cantina Network, and we had to make sure that we, he wanted to make sure that we were good to go and knew the lay of the land. And everyone was so helpful because, again, this was our very first time, and it is a different experience because you needed to get a QR code, and they had the check-in where you would then acquire a ticket, because there was not going to be a transaction at the table, which they had mentioned, so that the handlers were just going to take that ticket, and then they wouldn't have to worry about dealing with handling a money transaction. And then you were given I should have had them on hand. If you notice in the pictures, if we splash some on the screen, that it was their actual like trading card logo that would be behind.
We have some photos that we posted on my social, and on the same photo in the background, it's in a card. So it's kind of like a card back. Sort of like, yes, beautiful, right? Like, yeah, we have to meet General Grievous, Matthew Wood. Maybe even get that signed. Possibly. But they have, what I love about their setup is that they had the character that they portray, like one particular character that they wanted to focus on that was prominent in the Star Wars universe. And then they had the photo of them, of the actual actor. So if there was a voice actor and they weren't, themselves, you could see who they were represented by. So that was really neat. And then some people chose to actually get those special cards signed by the talent. So that was amazing. I mean, they had this was, I'm wearing my Grogu shirt thinking of meeting the voice, David Accord. And I actually shared my Grogu noise. And he was impressed. We had Mackenzie. I know that we had done a little teaser in her stories on Instagram that she had created special artwork for the celebrities, and we then had them scanned to create then stickers, right? And they were a hit. I think not only with the celebrities, who else? Yeah, like all the content creators, all the fans. Well, I mean, all fans, right? And I loved how even the kids, they just lit up to get stickers from you, and to think, like, ooh, stickers, right? And for you to say, like, this is my creation, I made these, so that was fabulous. So they had so many talented people representing the Mandalorian and Grogu that we had not gotten a chance to ever meet before, and reconnect with those who we have seen on the convention circuit. We met Embo, the actor of Embo in the Mandalorian Grogu movie. Right, who, the body stunt double there. And we had then, or actually, it was just really the suit actor that whole time, I would believe. Yes. Right? We had the losing my train of thought with the villains of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I know what his character looks like. I know the name is fleeting, but we were able to connect with just so many people. My mind is still trying to process everything that has happened. So many actors. So many actors. Then the as we said, content creators, cosplayers. They were just artists. So it was just
fabulous. I mean, there were also some kid cosplayers. I know the littlest vet. We were able to actually see be cosplay. There, I just it was overwhelming for Mom to try to process, because this kid here, I felt like I need to be like General Grievous, because she was like, mom, I need card, stickers. And I felt like a bag lady because I put my
wanted to be General Grievous with 4
arms so I could just divvy everything up rather quickly. So I had to get the stickers out for people that, it's just, again, those, HR, Dolores, Sunflower Stardust. And of course, I know one of the other must meet people on your list, Carly King. Sadly, Mom did not pack a lightsaber. This was, again, we haven't flown in a few years since, you've been around here, Mackenzie. So I didn't know, we didn't want to check any luggage, and we didn't know how strict of a policy everything was going to be, and how we were short on space for packing. In fact, we each get a carry-on and a personal item. In the 2 of the 3 carry-ons were Mackenzie's cosplay. So it didn't leave much room for us. Plus, we wanted to have some space for some things, and we'll talk about the goodies that we hauled over the course of the weekend. But it's only so much that we could pack and make it manageable for ourselves. So unfortunately, but I think we have a solution for the future. I know that, and you were even, gifted a magnificent official mall poster that could be backlit, and we were so nervous that wasn't going to be able to make it with us, and it did. And shout out to Josiah, he gave you even the cardboard tubing to protect it, so transport it. So we're forever grateful for that, because that's going to be a special piece for us. And speaking of just special, I mean, they had people at this convention who have never
in their whole entire life been to a Comic-Con.
Right, been to a convention. This was the first ever convention appearance for someone who has been involved with the Star Wars franchise since as a very young girl. And Mac, I said, Aubrey Miller, for those who don't know, who was in the Ewok movies, right? The Caravan of Courage and all, like, before your time. She was only 4 years old when she was in those movies, Mac.
And she was also 5 in the
other one. Then so you've got a lot of catching up to do, kid, if you want to make it big. And she was such a sport too, because I know you'll see some special interactions with Aubrey over the course of our time covering this event, and I'm so excited for people to see that, because that's a big deal. And in fact, you were able to interview the only one. No one else was able to interview Aubrey Miller. Yes. Only you, kid.
Only me.
Yeah, I know, and you are forever grateful for that. And thank you to World Tree Talent and Aubrey for making that possible. It was my dream. I mean, that is a movie from my childhood.
It's your childhood.
Right? And I remember my cousins coming over and watching that. It's just wow. And then we had, my goodness, you had so many people. Paul Lee, right? He
Carson Teva.
My names, I'm trying to think. Denise Goff, who was Deidre, right? I mean, that was so special. She even wanted to house your card on display at her table. So that was amazing. But there was this one highlight that I'm still trying to process. And that was meeting, I know we share with some people, because it was just like, can you pinch me? Did this really happen?
Like, we're still over it.
Wait, I can't get over it.
Oh yeah.
you're so over it. Yeah. So Mac, who did you spot in the lobby of the hotel?
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard. And when we were looking like and making contact, it looked as if she
knew who I was.
Yeah, like recognized you. Like, wait a minute.
Like, I know you.
I know you. Yeah, right. And when we had the opportunity to get on her line, you had made something special for her. You wanted to gift her
a picture or the Macsrebo ultimate package.
Okay, the Macsrebo Ultimate package, which was
a picture of her character, Yaddle, stickers, cards
galore, that all of your original artwork, right? And when she spotted you online, you recognized the handler, and she was at Rhode Island Comic Con. And then when Bryce looked over at you, she said,
I have a story for you.
She had a story for Mac. And I was like, this is interesting. Like, what could she possibly have to share? And when we got up to the table, she realized that, yes, you were the girl from Rhode Island Comic Con, and you had a special interaction at that convention, because what did Bryce ask you?
What would you like to see in Star Wars? And I said I would like to see Darth Vader rise to power, and the Inquisitors and the Empire rise to power.
So you want to see a little bit more of that dark side, and see really their beginnings of their control
and their point of view,
and their from the right. And so, who did she share that with?
Dave Filoni.
She went to the man, the myth, the legend, Dave Filoni.
And the cowboy hat.
And the cowboy hat. And he then said something very interesting to Bryce that she shared with you. What did Dave say?
That girl is going to be so happy with Maul Shadow Lord.
And
I did.
You were,
and it was a year before Maul Shadow Lord.
Like that's mind blowing, because yes, when you were watching Maul, we actually saw who?
Darth Vader.
We saw
Darth Vader. Inquisitors.
And the Inquisitors, like Marok. We didn't have, and when we were talking to, like, it's amazing to see somebody's character again now in animation. And it's very interesting because James Earl Jones, the voice behind Darth Vader, is unfortunately no longer with us.
Yeah.
And it's a very tricky situation to bring Vader back into the Star Wars world. And, I think with Dave saying that it's going to be easier for him to be portrayed in animation. And you have made an interesting comment about Vader, that he doesn't really have to do
talking.
No.
Like, he's just scary without it.
Menacing. I mean, that breathing, and spoiler alert, brought a
chill up your spine.
A chill up your spine.
Or your throat.
Your throat. Through your lungs, through the throat, for our beloved Vanessa Marshall's character Rook Cast. And you could just see how, that is powerful.
Yes.
And
dragged her by her feet.
I mean, at first you're like, is that a monster? What's in there? And whoa, you heard the breathing. We knew. So you are on point, Mac. Like, you are in sync with the people of Lucasfilm.
Great minds think alike.
Oh yeah, I felt like I call you a mini Dave Filoni, right? You love the Pittsburgh Penguins. I mean, we're from New York. We're Ranger fans here. Not this one. Godzilla, right? I mean, and you love to draw. Ahsoka is beloved. I mean, there's so many connections. I think you channel your inner Dave Filoni. It's amazing, but you are on point. And if that wasn't mind blowing enough, then we had him Bryce then wanted to take some pictures with you. She was just genuinely grateful for sharing all of your talents with her, as far as your artwork is concerned. And then she ended up getting her own camera, wanting some pictures, but she also did something very interesting.
Yes. she took a video.
A video.
And she was introducing me. She came over and she had the camera here and I was here.
Next to her.
And she was introducing me like, this is Mackenzie, this is the person from Rhode Island Comic Con, and this is the person who said, I want to see Darth Vader rise.
Right? Is that like, this is, you have to pinch me because that's just not real life. For you, it is. And then, to that right there, I mean, was a creme de la creme moment of day one. Mm-hmm. But again, various people, cosplayers and the talent, it just is on another level at this convention. And then as we were closing out our time there, we were able to, I mean, we barely could get you off the show floor. Dad's like, we got to get to Boonta, but we stayed. In fact, I think Spencer was trying to give us a little tip to get there early so that we could get a table, we could get some food. But that didn't happen. No, because this one here was just
you
want to see well, not only that, but you just were talking like you couldn't get you out. Like you talk to everyone, not just celebrities, Mac. You were like people wanted to take pictures with you. You wanted to take pictures with them. You wanted to talk to the different artists and it was hard to pull you away, but we finally made our way to Boonta Eve, Texas. And that was sponsored by the Virtual Cantina Network. And thank you to Spencer and those at VCN for inviting us, extending that invitation, because it was, again, another must-see event.
Yes.
I mean, what makes this so special? Not only are they at a location that's more of like it housed a like they were doing karaoke on a stage with a live band, but they also had what going on there? They had, if you didn't get a dose of celebrities at Rebel Scum Con, they then had
more celebrities.
It was like and you picked Princess Leia in particular because
4 of the voice actresses were there
that represented Princess Leia. So there was Kat Tabor, you had
Misty Lee.
Yeah, there was just
Anna Graves.
Thank you. I'm like, Julie, it's just it's so many people that we were able to. They even had Aunt Beru, and there were others that we couldn't even get to. That I wish we had just endless cash, as it would, and I wish we had more time, but we were starving because we didn't even eat anything from breakfast time. We just had, I don't even know, what did we survive on that first day? I don't even remember.
Kentucky also gave me his
that's right. Challenge coin, which was like
a side of an TIE fighter.
A TIE fighter.
With like designs on it with Ezra's Scout Trooper helmet.
Oh, that was so amazing. Especially your little Spectre 2 heart was happy to get that. And you met some more creators. There was Molly and Star Wars Explained, and that really took us to the end of that. Was just day one.
Yes.
So I mean, oh my goodness, that was, again, a lot to process. And I think that we came into day 2 with a better understanding of how things were going to flow. And it was going to be a very special day because you were debuting a character.
Yes.
And who was that?
Devin Azara from Maul Shadow Lord.
Right, because they had the talent of Maul Shadow Lord. Like, they had almost everyone from the cast there. It was mind-blowing. And so you wanted to get this Devin Azara cosplay, and the first person that you wanted to show this off to was
Devin herself, Gideon Avon.
Right? And that interaction was amazing.
We were just like waiting, and Gideon sees me.
And her mouth was open.
Vanessa was talking to her. Vanessa turns around, and she's like shocked.
That was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a love for Twi'leks. That was so we had that interaction. You were able to even interview, take some pictures. It was awesome. And then while we were actually meeting up with Gideon, Tad is getting flashed on his screen a call from Rebel Scum Con, and he thought, like, what is happening? What's going on? Are we in trouble for something? But Dante was actually wanting to let us know that there was a kids cosplay contest and wanted to see if we were interested in covering the event. Naturally, because you're a wonderful kid and love to dress in cosplay.
Yes.
So it was something. At first, I know that you didn't really think that you were going to participate.
Yeah, because I bought the whole entire costume, everything from Amazon, and that
But you know what? But we still had to piece things together,
Yes.
and we had
to put Velcro on a swim cap too.
I mean, right? Like it wasn't like you just put it on and you're good to go. I mean, we still had to buy other things. You had the wonderful Jedi boots that you got a compliment from Gideon. They are pretty cool Jedi boots. And you paint your own face, right? Like, I'm just, again, I always say that Mackenzie needed a different mom for this cosplay life, because I don't, do the makeup thing much, and you want to sew. I said, if there's a hole in a sock, we're throwing it out. So despite my Nana being a seamstress, that was not something that I picked up on and had any desire to learn. So so we pieced together this costume, but we still had to do some alterations. Like, it wasn't like, oh, it would fit you. Thank goodness for Nana. She came to the rescue, because that cape was extra long. We had to take in the pants.
And I was still stepping on it.
And we had to take in the pants, but you like things a little bit because you are growing. So that's why we said we're not going to invest on commissioning someone to make this screen accurate. But you got so many compliments. In fact, some people even said that this Devin cosplay is their like new favorite.
My favorite's my Harrison Dula, but like,
as far as their cosplays, I think that is a special one, because we had to create it, and it definitely is something that one of your signature cosplays that you're known for, because it puts a lot of effort. And your makeup, you do your own makeup, but you were not only given a chance to participate, and kudos to you, because you took second place.
yes.
Which you were, and you are so cool and chilled. Like, you didn't even, and sometimes I love how you said you feel like it's not fair if because some of your, you know who was up.
My friends were judging.
So you felt like it was a little awkward that know them. But because you carry yourself really well, and it still was an impressive costume. But
I was a judge for the adult cosplay
I know.
contest.
I mean, my goodness. Then they said, you know what? Would you like to stick around and judge the adult cosplay contest? I mean, I don't know how you do that. That was impressive.
Yeah.
Again, it was hard. You had some friends and very talented cosplayers. So we'll have coverage on that as well. I mean, we're going to be gone for a long time.
And so I'm going to tell you who won the adult cosplay contest for, how do you say
honorable mention?
Honorable mention was a cosplayer who did Seven Sister.
Seven Sister, nice.
And
that was an impressive one. I did like that. Yes.
But third place,
all really impressive.
They were.
I don't do the cosplay.
It was very hard.
It's very hard.
And
that's why I said,
for third place, it was Boba, and he had like the visor actually go down.
Wow.
Yeah. And for second place, there was two.
There was that's right. They were the
Samurai Rex and Wolf.
Oh, right. That I love that crossover, the Japanese style samurai suit.
Yeah, and for Rex, he had like the fulcrum symbols.
Oh my goodness. Right? And his J guys on display there on the helmet. It was fascinating. And then who took first?
In first place, it was this General Grievous. He had like a bike skeleton, like a bicycle skeleton to hold up the neck.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, the ingenuity is out of this world. And yeah, I could see it was hard. I don't know how it was scored there, but you did a great job. I know you said that you would be interested in doing it again
next year.
Yeah.
And the year after that and the year after
Yeah,
that.
and again, it takes a lot. Everyone, I have to remind myself that of your age, that you are so young, and that you're doing things that, to get up on a stage with all these people watching you and having to judge. That was a big compliment, and a lot of, you know, I still, how do you do this? It's mind blowing. And then we got to see again some more of the Mall Shadow Lord cast,
And some of our friends.
right? Some friends like Dad Vader and such. But we saw Charlie Bushnell, Scott White, right, and an awesome opportunity to get a photo with the group photo with the entire Mall Shadow Lord. AJ, right, was
I
there.
drew him a very special photo. It was like a Gambit card with Maroc.
Right, because he is the voice of Gambit in X-Men 97, and
also Marvel Rivals.
And so you were taking those two big franchises and characters, combining them. He was really appreciative of that. Dennis Haysbert was there as well.
First,
I think convention as well. I mean, again, the talent that they had coming here, and for the first timers, I still can't process. And then as we were over by Dennis, whose booth was across from Dennis at the time?
The one and only Bryce Dallas Howard.
Again, and she spotted you. You just were like waving, like, here I am, another Twi'lek. She's seen your Hera cosplay before, but she was blown away. She was like, oh my goodness. And what'd she say to you?
I love it.
And she wanted
photos.
So she was like, stick around. So again, you were getting some, and she was just complimenting you and how you take the time to put all the headpieces, and we had to round out the Mall Shadow Lord cast with our wonderful Vanessa Marshall, and we got our poster signed. So we just have a few other people, and then when we were with Vanessa and getting that, our friend Angel came over, right? The
and she was
girl, as Devin as well. You even had an opportunity, we'll stay tuned, that you had a chance to chat with her. Even the first day, she had showed off her cosplay.
Yes.
And then she was going to do it again, she said she knew that the Mall Shadow Lord panel, and that's why you actually switched your cosplay plans to go to Devon on Saturday so you could attend the panel in full cosplay, which was a good choice.
We did a funny pose with Gideon, and we did like the iconic Spider-Man meme when we're all like pointing at each other.
A lot of people complimented on that. That was so much fun. She was a good sport, right? And she just you even did a Devon sandwich photo as well with the three of you, which that came out wonderful. And we want to make sure that we attended the Mandalorian. Like, there were just so many panels going on. I mean, there'd be a time that like they had two different panel rooms, that they had a focus on creators. And so if you wanted to elevate your craft, like, they had incredible cosplayers giving tips and such. They had creators talking about their collections. I mean, there's just an overload of things. As we said, this is a Star Wars focused convention, so you would not be able to see and do everything. And in fact, was it DJ Elliott, who's the MC for the panels? He made mention of that, right? What did he say? He was like, you won't
get to
see it all. You won't be able to buy it all. Your wallet isn't that big. And he was on the money. Get it? Your wallet's not on the money. But bump.
It's funny.
Bad mom joke. Mic drop. Anyway, the panel for the Mandalorian was, again, it's just a wonderful opportunity to see those talented people come together. Their passion, they genuinely care about their fans and representing the franchise. So, anytime we have an opportunity to see that crew on stage, it's something that we wanted to make sure
and the panel after that was the mall.
But just speaking of, the panels were nice for us to get a reprieve because we were running around, right? And Mackenzie was pushing us to meet this person, get this sign, do this, do that. That's why we didn't make it past a certain point on the convention floor. But it was a nice reprieve. It was
and it was cooler.
Oh yeah, this poor girl had so many layers, right? We were able to take off her leiku, take off the swim cap. We were able
they were opening one door, and I was just like standing in front of it.
That's right. The door opened, hit the breeze. It was amazing. But then, as we mentioned, the Mall Shadow Lord panel was going to take place. It was a vibe. It was. The cast delivered. I mean, it was funny. It was funny. Why they had who come out? Vader came out.
And Vanessa said, "I call HR."
Yeah, she called HR on them, and they were just eating it up, hamming it up. I love when we had Gideon like channel her Devin, and she was
because the moderator said, "Don't get close to this guy." Which was Master Ikodaki, which actually dies in hands of Darth Vader, and so
it was like, where's my lightsaber?
Yeah, and so Gideon was like, get away from him!
I know, that's one of your highlights. You love that part. It was just, again, the talented cast. We're so appreciative of them coming to see all of us, and then we're looking forward to season 2. Like that animation, again, for those who have not, I don't know. We need, just as you said, your mission is to get more kids into Star Wars. And if you have not seen Mall Shadow Lord, like, I don't know, why not? It needs to be mainstream. It needs to be the mainstream, because the talent that they have and the heart and soul that they pour into it, it just is to not be missed. And we thank Rebel Scum Con for bringing all of those together under one roof. You know, that just, your Mole Shadow Lord heart was
They stole my heart.
They stole her heart like Vader stole Vanessa's lungs. Mind blowing. So like, that's how we closed out our day. Again, little miss over here. Daddy's like, okay, we got to get to Dave and Buster's, but we thought again that we would maybe give ourselves some time because we needed to get her undressed and take off her makeup so that we can get a little bit more comfortable for the Dave and Buster's after party. But little miss, nope, she's got to chat her way through. In fact, Daddy alerted me. He was like trying to find me. We separated because he's just kept going, not knowing that this one's stopping to chat. And but again, that's like how much this convention meant to her, that she just wanted to close it out each day. But the Dave and Buster's, that was a very neat experience. It was located right behind, the mall that it was located in was behind our hotel, but we had to walk through the mall to get to Dave and Buster's. And again, it was a reunion of wonderful creators and fans. And we were able to get the cards that allowed us a certain amount of points to play games. And then you were gifted some more so that you could add on to that.
Yeah. And then there was this Mando game.
Oh, yes.
And when we found it, we saw Brendan Wayne, the actual Mandalorian.
The man.
DeLorean. Playing that game.
So it was like that coin machine you had to...
Yeah, when you had to like time the coin and you get all the coins, and then
it pushes it forward.
Push cards. They had like Mando cards with different characters on them. They're actually worth tickets, but they were so cool. I didn't want to hand them in.
She didn't want to cash them in for tickets. She was like, these are priceless to me, representing that wonderful movie that we've seen multiple times. And we shared with all the cast that put that together how we just thoroughly enjoyed that movie, and they were so appreciative of our feedback, and we want to see more of them in action. And
I
that,
love
that,
that
that
after
like,
party.
that after party again, it was lights out, literally
They
lights
turned
out.
all the games
They
off.
were turning games off. I remember Kentucky saying like, "Oh, don't worry, they probably just lost power." And they were like, "No, you all have to go. We are closed. Pull the plug." It was like your Five Nights at Freddy. You
It
said,
was
"What?"
scary. It was so eerie. Like all the video
Well,
games
some of the
was
games were off,
closed.
and then some were
Yeah,
off.
and then
Like,
some of the lights are on. And it's like eerie. It's like they're gonna jump out of nowhere.
but we were surrounded by friends, so
Yes.
you have friends everywhere. That was something that we really are grateful for. That message that I have friends everywhere that appears in Star Wars, it really came
It's
true,
true.
right? This weekend.
We're like all a big Star Wars family.
Yeah, right. Vanessa calls you part of her Star Wars family, and that is so true. And we are grateful for all of our extended Star Wars family. And just speaking about how kind and gracious people are, you met some quite talented artists.
Well, this is day 2 now.
That was day 2. This is now day 3.
Day 3.
Day 2, honey, closed out with Dave and Buster's. That we hopped in a van, and we were grateful that we didn't have to walk all the way back to the hotel, and we got dropped off right at the hotel. So that we were forever grateful for that. But we met some very talented artists, and that was somebody that we got artwork actually.
Yes,
sorry.
back here.
Back here. That is
this beautiful piece.
Yes. And that artist is Danny Haas, right?
We have this one of my most favorite pieces.
Yeah, that was from the Clone Wars panel that we had. The Clone Wars crew gifted us, right? And Danny was actually, he gifted you something special. Can you explain what it is?
It's a picture of Princess Leia.
A little sketch.
Look how beautiful this is.
And he graciously took the time because Mackenzie was like, she asked a few questions. She was able to interview Danny because his art style is quite unique there with the just different shadings of colors that he uses to have depth within and bring some iconic characters that we know so well to life. And we were very fortunate for that time and experience with him. And since you were dressed as, who did you save your final day? Who were you dressed as?
General Harrison Dula.
Yep, General Harrison Dula. No, I can't even speak. General Harrison Dula reporting for duty, and you needed to make sure that you went to see
the actual Hera
herself.
Vanessa Marshall.
And you had a few things that you wanted to gift her. In fact, we had some things that have been in our possession for a while, and we wanted to make sure that we gave them in person. And that was, what was one thing that you had created for Vanessa?
My new style of Hera.
Your own personal.
I think it's one of my favorites.
Style of artwork, right? You sketched out a wonderful Hera, and in fact, that was something that we wanted to make into the sticker form, and we gifted her some of the stickers. And then there was a shirt that I was wearing that has the general logo on the front there from the live action, and then it was a blend of both live action and the animated Hera that you love was on the back. So we wanted to make sure that we gifted that. That was done by Rebel Art, some art and apparel that you had then made up. And then we had some more people to meet from The Mandalorian. There was the body
of Zeb,
right? The body actor stunt man for Zeb, and while we were online to meet Cad Bane,
there was a whole bunch of people and the blow up Stinkies.
There was the run.
Every day they were in a different costume and they were doing it.
They were doing like a run.
Yeah, last day they were it
was called the run of the Radas. I felt bad because Richard Citrone, he is the body of
brought up, and
but
he didn't see it.
No, I think he was out to lunch at that time. So he didn't get to witness. I'm sure he gets to see it online. And as we mentioned, we got to meet Cad Bane. We forgot, unfortunately, to gift him your artwork. But
yes. Well, that means another reason to see him again.
Right? And like everyone was just, again, you made us so proud just how you carry yourself. You got to see some wonderful artists. You even got to, you had an official interview with Michael Pangrazio of ILM, and he, you know, just couldn't believe like the questions that you asked. Very, again, sometimes you can be fun and like when you had the opportunity to interview Aubrey, you got to have like some fun with that. And then you have some very deep diving questions sometimes for art, especially those who are artists like yourself. And what is,
well, caca.
Oh, I was like, what are you trying to share with me? Oh, yeah. So, I mean, we were going to talk about, because that was like how we were closing out. We had some, again, amazing opportunities to meet Tate Flesher. He was there. Very interesting because he has, what is it, Caveman Coffee?
He has coffee, and he also had tea. The tea is like a sparkling tea, and it was so
like
delicious.
An energy drink, and
so good.
Right, you could have a little sip of that, and that was delicious. And he was gracious. We had an opportunity to see Tony, Star Wars,
who was on our podcast,
right? And he was like, "Wait a minute." He's like, "I haven't seen you guys all weekend." And he wanted to know what cosplay you were in, and we had mentioned that you were going to be in Hera, and he said, "That's perfect. I don't want to share." He had a special surprise for Mackenzie, and so we'll have to share that as well if you didn't already see. It was a very special gift, and Mackenzie wanted to gift him the podcast patch, because anyone who has appeared on the podcast, we had podcast stickers that we were giving out to some people to help promote the show, but we were so appreciative of him also introducing us to some talented artists who who've been commissioned for tops and the cards that he is now getting us into another collection, right? But it's going to be fun. I know Dad picked up some cards. It is addicting. All collections are here for you if it's Star Wars related. That's why we said Mackenzie needs her own home, but we have plenty there, and it's just we have so much that we have here. The hall, there's an incredible amount of generosity that was given to you, right? I mean, people saw you, and we traded off some stickers, but you were just feeling
happy,
and just
immersed in heaven
for this convention. So
make sure to check my socials for my Instagram for shorts, and make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel for more videos.
Amazing videos, right? That highlight all these fabulous events that were going on.
And once we find out the dates for next year, we'll sure to tell you. Because you can't miss this. You can't. This is amazing.
You can't miss this event, right? So we'll get you to have it marked on your calendars. And believe me, we need to make sure, because we're going to schedule our vacations around Rebel Scum Con so we could be there.
Yeah.
So you can't miss
it.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
All this Macsrebo sign off in Galaxy far,
far away.